Alright. My Brussels sprouts have been cooking for about 10 minutes. Cooked Brussels sprout versus not cooked. It has almost been an hour. Cooked, not cooked. Cooked, not cooked. With these lovely Brussels sprouts, I am going to do what I normally do with them when I eat them. Now that they're nice and boiled, make sure they're lathered in oil and salt and pepper on these lovelies. These are going to be for my rabbits. When I eat some Brussels sprouts, rabbits can eat Brussels sprouts too, but only a little if they're just starting out. But my adult rabbits, even though they're a Netherland dwarf and a Holland lop, with them, they know they've eaten Brussels sprouts before because I've cooked it before. It has almost been an hour since my lamb has been cooking. So I'm going to put this in very shortly. But before that, these lovely Brussels sprouts I oiled up after boiling. And don't mind the pan, it's old. This is an old and decrepit pan. But it still works. It still has value. Because it still moves the way I need it to move. This part, I cut off. Do what I normally do. I'm not sure how the lighting is. I don't really give a fuck, to be honest. Cut this off. Awesome. And then split it in half. Like so. Face down. Cut it off. And split it in half. Like so. These lovely stem parts, I cut off. I don't know. Okay. Face down. How I normally make my Brussels sprouts. Face down. And when we put it in, if you're, first time eating, boil for 10 minutes or 5 until tender. They should look like this. On the bottom, the front, well, you can see the difference of a cooked, boiled Brussels sprout and a non-boiled Brussels sprout. My rabbits love their vegetables fresh. They prefer their food fresh. So, I'm going to give it to them. I'm going to give my Demon Master, Master Flopsies, his Brussels sprouts. All right. And then I'm just putting them in, face down. Salt and pepper. That's all it needs. I've tried fancy other ingredients. It doesn't really need that. Just salt and pepper. Salt and pepper should be fine. That's how I perfectly cook it. This is the one vegetable that only really needs salt and pepper for it to taste perfect. With asparagus, just wiping down the counter. With asparagus, lemon pepper is best with that. So this is all set. Salt. Salt. And fresh cracked pepper. Ta-da! For the Brussels sprouts. All right. Let's see here. Check the time. I'm going to go ahead and put the potatoes in the oven. Fresh potatoes. I'll put it in with the lamb because it's been about an hour, like I said. And it takes about an hour for it to cook tender. Just drop the sucker in here and with the lamb. So why fucking not? And cover this lamb completely. This lamb's going to cook for another hour. And 6:30 is when I'm going to put in the lovely Brussels sprouts. My rabbit's not here, so I'm going to wait until he shows up. I can give him one of the Brussels sprouts because both of my rabbits love Brussels sprouts.